This is Rico here for Sporting Icons with Super Bantam sensation Reza Ali. Reza, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing, man. I couldn't ask for more.
Now, with the fight that we've just seen, obviously, you know, you being in there, everyone's got kind of like their own opinion. How do you feel that the fight went?
The fight was amazing. I only proved my heart, my skills. I fought with 12 days notice. I fought a man 2 divisions bigger than me. I fought a man that all of his wins came with way of knockout. And I'm a smaller guy. I got cut in the first round, I got dropped. In the second round, I won every round. I believe if I wouldn't get dropped, I would win every round. But that was such a sweet taste, man. That was amazing experience.
So after getting dropped in the second round, how did you feel in terms of the recovery aspect? Did you sort of go back to the corner, kind of take a breath? How did you feel going through the latter rounds, having been dropped in the second?
Do you know, I wasn't hurt, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wasn't hurt, so it was just like a flash thing, you know. So as soon as I stood up, I was recovered, you know. If you watch the tape, as soon as I stood up, I was recovered. So I don't really try to let it get in my head. So it was just whatever. But I only showed class and skills, you know.
Incredible, Reza. So another win. Obviously, we had first met at in London at your last show. I think you had stopped your opponent within the first or second round. Building on from this momentum right now, what is next for Reza? I know I ask you this quite a bit, but you know, obviously you just had the fight. What is next for you?
I was supposed to be out in July. Obviously, I got cut, so that only delays it. So I believe my manager Spencer get me out maybe 8 weeks, 10 weeks. So because with Ben Shalom supporting me and having my back, and Spencer, the whole purpose is to be active as possible.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, I only started boxing at age of 19. I'm only 25. I only 10 amateur fight. This is my 8th professional fight. So I got learn. So I need those rounds, you know. So the whole plan this year is to be active, as many as possible. And this cut only delays the next fight, but we're ready.
So obviously you will be fighting again, as you say, quite soon, within the next 8 weeks. Boxer obviously want you to get the rounds the experience in. Which of the next boxer cards coming through would you like to be fighting on? Has Ben come to you and said, you know, you get this win, these are the next 2 fights? Do you have the opponents kind of locked in? I know you said you fought on very short notice.
Yes.
What's sort of the plan going through in terms of the opponents and the show that you would like to be on?
I don't know what's going on in the next 10 weeks.
I think we've got the Vidal, Riley at your call.
That was what I was supposed to be.
Yes, I was just about to say, I thought that you were going to be fighting on that.
I was on that card, and 12 days ago I got a card that I have to fight in this show. But originally I was supposed to be on this show. Yeah. But after 2 weeks that I got this show, they moved me to the 16th. If you understand.
Yeah.
So it was 12 weeks ago that I got this fight. But again, after 2 weeks, they moved me to the 16th. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I got plenty of time. I was training. I was just going with the flow. I had 3 weeks to go for the next one. And they called me. They said, listen, you're on this one, the fight that you've been promised. Yeah. And I was like, I fight. I'm ready. Because I couldn't get fitter than that. You know, I was supposed to be 8 rounders. But you gotta understand, I fought a man come on the weight in 3 pounds heavier than me. You know, a bigger man, a taller man, a stronger man, and I can fight him. Yeah, I can fight anyone. And not only I did that, I boxed him. So,
it was quite clear from watching you in the stands that he was significantly bigger, landing sort of like the overhands you were coming in. Do you feel that you going through to your next fight and taking what you've learned on this one, that you're less likely to trade on the inside? Because I find your best work, Reza, is when you are sort of coming in and out of movement, sticking with the jab.
Absolutely. I want to define myself as a boxer. Yes. I can do everything. Do you understand? I'm not only an inside worker, I'm not only a range fighter. I got it all in my package. When it's needed to be inside, we are inside. When it's needed to be out, we're out. And today I showed it. Yeah. Because I was trading with a bigger man, I hurt him if you go watch that fight, right? I hurt him, but again, it was only a flash that it happened. It can happen to anybody, right? So I believe we can do everything, and we're learning our craft. So when I go back to the gym, again, it's the same routine. We always get our lesson, we learn, and we move on, you know. And that was sweet because that happened early in my career. So that only shows when I'm fighting a super bantam, it's a different game, you know.
At super bantam right now, you really feel the best that you have been sort of coming through from the lower weights. Super bantam, how do you feel being at this weight right now?
Last fight at Wembley, I came 124. Super bantam is 122. So I make 124 easy. You saw my body, you saw my performance, you saw my speed.